Welcome to Med in 5. The goal of our channel is to simplify medical concepts and help you understand them in minutes. This episode is part of our series on bacterial infections. Today, we're diving into less common, poorly gram-staining bacteria. Try these questions before we start. What pneumonia-causing bug is linked to contaminated water systems and air conditioning? Which microbe causes a sexually transmitted infection that progresses in stages? What spirochete causes Lyme disease? Which spirochete is transmitted through animal urine and contaminated water? Stick around. All of these bacteria stain poorly or inconsistently with gram stain. Each requires special methods for detection. Let's dive in. First is Legionella pneumophila, a microbe that can replicate inside and outside cells. It sometimes lives inside macrophages. Legionella is a slender rod with a high lipid content. That's why it's poorly gram staining. Silver staining helps identify this bug. Legionella's key virulence factor is its ability to inhibit phagolysosome fusion, helping it survive inside host cells. It's found in warm water systems like cooling towers, hot tubs, and air conditioning units. It causes Legionnaire's disease, a form of atypical pneumonia with fever, gastrointestinal symptoms like diarrhea, and neuro signs like confusion. People at greatest risk include older adults, smokers, and individuals with chronic lung disease or weak immunity. Diagnosis is usually by urinary antigen test or PCR. Macrolides or fluoroquinolones are the treatments of choice. Prevention includes proper maintenance and disinfection of water systems. Next is Treponema pallidum. This spiral-shaped back is too thin to be seen under gram stain, so dark-field microscopy or serologic tests are needed for identification. T. pallidum spreads sexually and causes syphilis, which progresses in stages, a painless chancre in the primary stage. Rash and systemic symptoms like fever in the secondary stage, and gummas or neurologic symptoms in the tertiary stage. Syphilis often affects sexually active people, particularly those with multiple partners or without protection. T. pallidum's stealthy surface with few exposed antigens helps it evade immune detection. Illness can span years if untreated. The preferred diagnostic tools are VDRL-RPR for screening and FTAA-BS for confirmation. First-line treatment is penicillin G. Even during pregnancy, safe sex practices and regular STI screening prevent T. pallidum's transmission. Next is the Borrelia species. These are larger spirochetes with an unstable outer membrane, so they stain poorly with the gram technique. B. burgdorferi causes Lyme disease, transmitted by Ixodes ticks. Early illness shows fever, headache, and the classic erythema migrans bullseye rash. Later stages may involve arthritis, facial palsy, or carditis. B. recurrentis causes relapsing fever and is transmitted by body lice in crowded or poor sanitary conditions. Key virulence factors include antigenic variation of surface proteins to escape the immune system. In B. recurrentis, this ability causes the repeated cycles of fever. Serology, particularly ELISA followed by Western blot, helps with diagnosis. Doxycycline is the drug of choice, or ceftriaxone for advanced cases. Prevention involves tick avoidance and protective clothing. Next is Leptospira interrogans, a tightly coiled spirochete with hooked ends that's too thin for gram stain. It's best seen with dark-field microscopy or silver stain, and diagnosed via serology. Found in animal urine, it spreads through contaminated water, especially in tropical or flood-prone areas. It causes leptospirosis, which starts with fever, myalgia, especially in the calves, and conjunctival suffusion. The potentially fatal form, called Weil disease, involves liver and kidney failure, bleeding, and sometimes meningitis. People at risk for leptospirosis include those exposed to contaminated water or animal urine, like farmers, veterinarians, and people involved in flood cleanup or water sports. Rats are major reservoirs, so risk is also high in urban, flood-prone areas with poor sanitation. Prevention focuses on avoiding contaminated water and wearing protective gear. Doxycycline is used for treatment and sometimes for prophylaxis. Hemodialysis is often needed to treat Weil disease. Let's review. What pneumonia-causing bug is linked to air conditioning? Answer: Legionella pneumophila. Which microbe causes a sexually transmitted infection that progresses in stages? Answer: T. pallidum. What spirochete causes Lyme disease? Answer: B. Bergdorferi. Which spirochete is transmitted through contaminated water? Answer: Leptospira interrogans. Crushed everything? Yes siree. Click the link below for a downloadable table comparing these microbes. Tap like, share, and subscribe if this video helped you. Thanks for watching.